Blood composition. The transport of essential and non-essential constituents inside the body is called as circulation. Some of these essential constituents are oxygen, nutrients, and hormones. Some of the non-essential constituents are carbon dioxide and metabolic wastes. The system in the body for circulation of these constituents from one place to another place is called as the circulatory system. Two types of circulatory systems found in animals are open circulatory system and closed circulatory system. The open circulatory system shows open spaces, or sinuses, to transport the constituents inside the body, while closed circulatory system shows closed vessels, like arteries, veins, and capillaries for transport of essential and non-essential constituents. Closed circulatory system was first discovered by William Harvey in 1628. The closed system in human body is divided into two parts: blood vascular system and lymphatic system. The vascular system is further divided into blood vessels, and heart. Blood. The red-colored body fluid that flows throughout the closed vessels except the lymphatic vessels is called as blood. It is a fluid, or connective tissue, present throughout the body. It is reddish in color, due to presence of red-colored iron-containing respiratory pigment, hemoglobin. Human is homeothermic, or warm-blooded animal, so has a constant temperature, that is about 38 degrees Celsius. Blood is composed of two major components: blood plasma and blood corpuscles. Blood plasma. It contributes to about 55% of total blood present in a human body. A straw-colored liquid that remains, when cells in it are removed, is called as plasma. It consists of organic and inorganic constituents, of which 90 to 92% is water, and 8 to 10% is solutes. The solutes present in plasma are proteins. These includes different proteins with different functions, like serum albumin. It helps to maintain viscosity in blood. Serum globulin. It maintains blood viscosity, and is also involved in formation of immunoglobulins. Fibrinogen and prothrombin are useful for clotting blood at the place of wound. The nutrients found in plasma are glucose, fructose, galactose, amino acids, and fatty acids. Minerals. These help to maintain the osmotic pressure of blood. These minerals are chlorides, sulfates, phosphates, and bicarbonates of sodium, potassium, and calcium. Hormones. Secreted by ductless endocrine glands, and pour directly into the blood to reach target organs. Metabolic waste. The wastes includes ammonia, urea, creatinine, and uric acid. The respiratory gases includes oxygen and carbon dioxide. While oxygen combines with hemoglobin, carbon dioxide associates with blood plasma, forming carbonic acid and bicarbonates. Blood corpuscles. The cellular contents in blood is called as blood corpuscles. It consists of about 45% of total blood. Three main kinds of blood corpuscles are erythrocytes, or RBC, or red blood corpuscles; leukocytes, or WBC, or white blood corpuscles; thrombocytes, also known as blood platelets; erythrocytes, or RBCs. These are spherical, biconcave, and disc-like cells present in blood. The average size of an RBC is about 8 micrometer in diameter. There are about 4.5 to 5.5 million RBCs present per cubic millimeter of blood. The formation of RBC is known as erythropoiesis. These are produced in the bone marrow of long and spongy bones by erythropoiesis. RBCs have a lifespan of 120 days. The dead RBCs are destroyed by macrophages in spleen and Kupffer cells in liver. The RBCs are non-nucleated. In humans, cytoplasm of RBCs consists of red-colored respiratory pigment, hemoglobin, which gives red color to the blood. It constitutes about 33% of total cell weight. Hemoglobin count. In infants, the hemoglobin count is 14 to 20 grams per 100 milliliters of blood, whereas, in an adult female it is about 12.5 to 14.5 grams per 100 milliliters of blood, and in an adult male, it's 14 to 16.5 grams per 100 milliliters of blood. Hemoglobin, which is a respiratory pigment, when combines with oxygen, it forms oxyhemoglobin. When blood mixes with this oxyhemoglobin, forms pure blood, which circulates throughout the body. The decrease in the number of erythrocytes in blood is called as erythrocytopenia, which may further lead to anemia, whereas the increase in number of RBCs is known as polycythemia. RBCs performs different functions. Some of these are transport oxygen from lung to tissues, and carbon dioxide from tissue to lungs. They maintain the blood pH, and also blood viscosity. Leukocytes, or WBCs. The word leuko means white, while cytes means cells. Thus WBCs are also known as white blood cells. These are also known as defensive cells. WBCs are colorless, nucleated, amoeboid, and phagocytic cells. Due to their ability to perform amoeboid movement, they can squeeze out of the blood capillaries. This is called as diapedesis. Size of WBCs are about 8 to 15 micrometer. Normal WBC count is 5,000 to 9,000 per cubic millimeter of blood. Lifespan of WBCs are 3 to 4 days. The formation of WBCs is known as leukopoiesis. This occurs in red bone marrow, spleen, lymph nodes, tonsils, thymus, and Peyer's patches. Leukopoiesis. It is the formation of WBCs. Leukocytosis means the increase in the number of WBCs. Leukopenia. It is the decrease in the number of WBCs. Leukemia is pathological increase in the number of WBCs, which is also known as blood cancer. The dead WBCs are destroyed in liver and spleen. Leukocytes are basically of two types: granulocytes and agranulocytes. The granulocytes have granules present in their cytoplasm, while in agranulocytes, granules are absent. The granulocytes are further divided into neutrophils, eosinophils, which are also known as acidophils, and basophils, while the subtypes of agranulocytes are lymphocytes and monocytes. The first type of granulocytes is neutrophils. These are spherical, and about 10 to 12 micrometer in diameter. Neutrophils constitutes for about 66% of the total leukocytes present in blood. These are polymorphonuclear, which means they have many lobes in the nucleus. Ideally they have 3 to 5 lobes. Neutrophils are phagocytic in function, as they engulf microorganisms. The second type of granulocytes is acidophils, or eosinophils. These are also spherical, and about 10 to 12 micrometer in diameter. These contributes about 2 to 4% of the total leukocytes present in blood. Acidophils are bilobed, which means they have 2 lobes in the nucleus. Acidophils are generally released during allergic reactions. An increase of eosinophils in the body is known as eosinophilia. The third type of granulocytes is basophils. These are also spherical, but about 8 to 10 micrometer in diameter. These constitutes for about 0.5 to 1% of the total leukocytes. The nucleus of basophils are usually spiral, or S-shaped. These help by releasing heparin, which is an anticoagulant, and histamine, which is useful during inflammation or any allergic reaction. This completes the first type of leukocytes. The other subtype of leukocytes are granulocytes. As the name suggests, there is absence of granules in their cytoplasm. The first type of granulocytes is lymphocytes. These are spherical, but about 7 to 15 micrometer in diameter. These constitutes for about 25% of the total leukocytes. Lymphocytes have single large nucleus. These produce antibodies and thus are responsible for a person's immune response. The next type of granulocytes is monocytes. These are also spherical, but about 14 to 19 micrometer in diameter. These constitutes for about 5% of the total leukocytes. Lymphocytes have single large nucleus. These show phagocytic action, and engulf microorganisms, and remove cell debris. Thus are also known as scavengers. Thrombocytes, or platelets. Thrombos means clot, and cytes means cells. These cells help in clotting blood, at the site of injury, to prevent blood loss, thus the name. These cells are non-nucleated, round, and biconvex. Thrombocytes are the smallest element of blood. Its size is about 2.5 to 5 micrometer in diameter. Normal platelet count in blood is 2.5 to 4.5 lox per cubic millimeter of blood. Thrombocytes are formed by large cells, known as megakaryocytes. These are present in the bone marrow. Formation of platelets is called thrombopoiesis. The increase in platelets count is called thrombocytosis, whereas the decrease in the number of platelets is called as thrombocytopenia. This completes the composition of blood. The next part will present about the blood vessels and the coagulation of blood.